Hi everybody, Danny Tamega here with Kayfabe Jiu-Jitsu. We've got something a little bit different for you today. We're going to be taking a look at 5 positions that aren't submissions, but sometimes we wish they were, so it would be okay that you could tap and get out. These can be a bit rough. So in Jiu-Jitsu there are hundreds and hundreds of different positions in Jiu-Jitsu. Some of them hurt, some of them don't hurt, some of them have some pressure associated, but these 5 are 5 that we could think of that had, hi kitty, these are 5 that we could think of that, are you for real? When you get stuck in these positions, it's unfortunate because they really suck, they're really painful, but they're not quite bad enough to tap out to, at least not usually. Some of these, if you get your rib or your neck caught in at a bad angle, it can definitely be a crank or it can be a legitimate submission, but for the most part, these are just pressure positions. We've got 5 really painful ones. If you feel like we missed anything out, you think of one that you think is just the worst position you can get stuck in, throw it in the comments. If we get enough of them, we'll do another one. So without further ado, here are our 5 painful positions that we would have liked to tap out to at some point.
So the first one we're going to show is just the leg scissors from the guard. So this is the bottom opponent grabs the other guy in guard, wraps their legs around and just hooks them real tight and kind of squeezes and extends their legs. Some people use this, I've seen, as like an uber control position. You know, maybe they're afraid to open their guard and get past. So they're just trying to squeeze you, get you in some pain, and hopefully get some sort of submission. I myself personally was caught in this for about 7 minutes of an 8-minute match as a white belt with another gal. It was very frustrating, very hard to break, can be quite painful.
Oh, I hate that. Oh God. Alright, so next on the list is a position that my coach calls bonus head. It's basically head control in side mount, but with the far arm passed over. It's kind of complicated to explain, but as soon as you see it, you'll be like, oh, that thing. Yeah, this is something that typically very strong wrestler style top control players will use to sort of break the will of the person that they're holding on to. It's really frustrating because you can't move around all that much. It's like 80% of a neck crank the entire time, even if they're not, attempting to finish it. It's a really, really rough position to get stuck in, and it makes you feel really helpless. So let's check it out. I hate that.
The next really fun one is knee on belly. So not talking about your standard knee on belly. What I'm talking about is when they get knee on belly, they get your collar, they get your belt or something, they drive that knee in, and they're kind of just trying to compress your entire chest, it feels like, into the floor. Usually they're trying to get you to give them an arm or your collar or something for a choke, but if you're not having that, you're stuck.
Oh, I hate that. This is gonna hurt. So bad. Number 4, this is going to be the body triangle. Again, there's nothing wrong with a body triangle when they're using it to search for submission, but in a lot of cases they're just using it to hold on and just be there. Typically you see this mostly with longer leg people. Typically not going to see it out of me, but luckily my wife is very small and I can do it to her. So we'll see how it works.
I'll try my best. I cannot reach though.
That is awful. So the last one on my list is positions that I don't want to be in and wish it was socially acceptable for me to give up to, is an old wrestling move called the stud cradle. Again, this one is one of my coach's favorites to put people in. It's basically a leg drag into a cradle, but then he puts the other leg inside and uses it to stretch your hamstrings out while he's controlling it. Again, it's way easier to see it than to explain it, so you'll get to see it right now.
Jesus Christ. I would tap to that.
Yep, that's great. Super fun. So those were 5 positions that we hate being in. If you have positions that you have a pet peeve about and you don't want to get caught in and you wish you could give up to, put them down in the comments below. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Danny, Tamika. If you like the list format and you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button and like it down below so we know that this is the one you wanted to see. Alright, thank you guys.